Okay, a quick tutorial on Dabbleboard just to get you guys acquainted with how to use it with the least amount of errors or problems. You want to go to Dabbleboard.com. You can follow the link in the assignment or go directly to Dabbleboard.com in your URL. There is a tour. I do suggest you take the tour if you've never used the program before. It gives you some examples of what you can do within Dabbleboard. We are going to go over here to Get Started and select Get Started. Once we hit that, we open up a page that gives you some basic instructions. These are just real basic ways that you can navigate the board. We're going to go up here and select the page icon. It says New or Clear, and we are going to left click and select New Drawing. This opens up a whiteboard for us, and we can select from the shapes that we already have in our library. So let's use a cylinder, and you just left click, drag the object, and drop it. To deselect an object, you can click anywhere within the whiteboard and that will deselect it. To select it, just left click the object again, and you can color the object. And we're going to type within the object by just selecting it within the object. We're going to do movies. Today we are going to talk about our movies speech. And after I have the idea of movies, within the idea of movies, one topic that I might consider is the idea of stars. So if I select the lettering, I can use the arrows to move it over so that it's centered. And then I'm going to use the arrow key up here, and I'm going to draw some little arrows. As you can see, if they're a little bit crooked, don't worry about it. Dabbleboard will make them look pretty. You can add lettering above the different arrows if you like. So if you want to show a path, so from stars I might talk about actors. If I want to talk about a specific actor, I can choose just to do a line. Instead of the arrow key, I can select the line, make sure that that's selected. And I might want to do a new object. So I'm going to draw a circle. You can see my circle is not perfect, but when I let go of my mouse, it will look pretty perfect. And to click inside, I can then add my actor. And you can see that the name's actually a lot bigger than the shape that I created. So if I select my shape again and use the arrow keys, I can pull that shape out so that it's exactly what I want it to be. Now you see that there's a little arrow that got in here. So if I want to take care of that, I can just hit the X and that'll make him disappear. That deletes him. Okay. So I have my movie topic. Let's do a black color and let's do my arrow. And I'm just going to draw a line. And there we go. Okay, so you can see that it's that simple, and we can add another option over here, which is freehand. And you can see over here that there's a little palm tree drawing. This is actually mine. It was something I did a little bit earlier, just messing around. So I'm going to recreate that though, so you can see how it's done. So if you select freehand, you can come up here and you can actually draw a little diagram or a little drawing. Okay, so this is my little drawing. I'm going to draw a palm tree. I'm going to draw some sand. And I'm going to draw some birds. Now, as you can see, if you're more artistic, then this can definitely be something that is advantageous to you. And we're going to color it. So I'm going to come up here. I can select my objects and color them one at a time. Or I can select more than one object and I can group them. Okay, so if I group them, then I can color them at the same time. So now both my birds are blue. Okay, as you can see, there was a stop here, so I definitely want to make sure that I group my sand together, color it yellow. Okay, once I have everything drawn out the way I want to, I'm going to call this location. Okay, I don't really want that to be yellow, so I'm going to jump up here and make that black. Okay. Once I have my location, I can actually select everything within my picture and hit group. And that makes the picture stay as one picture. So then when I select it again, I have the entire picture. Now the other thing I can do is I can select this picture and I can drag it over here to my library. And that's what I did earlier, is I dropped it into my personal library. So that later on, if I've created something that looks really nice and I want to keep it and use it for another presentation or project, I can just come over here to my library and pull it back out and drop it into any other canvas that I'm working in. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit undo just to erase the last action, which was adding that second location onto my whiteboard. So up here you have the undo function, which allows you to basically erase the last thing you added to the whiteboard. The redo option puts it right back. So if you accidentally delete something or you undo too many times, you can simply hit redo and then undo again. Okay. Freehand again allows you to draw free-handed with your mouse. The arrow key allows you to create arrows. The different lines allow you to create lines or shapes. So again, we created this circle using our line function. These are just different size lines that you can add to your drawing. And then you have the different colors that you can add here. Okay. If you want to have more than one page within your Dabbleboard, you can add another page. So if you're actually creating a presentation and you're using a PowerPoint and you want to have more than one chart, you can do more than one chart at one time within the one Dabbleboard document. Okay? And so once we're all finished, I'm going to assume that I have thoroughly created all of my Dabbleboard drawing the way that I want it to be, and that I've thought about my speech topic and explored all aspects. I've filled in all the different areas I could talk about, including stars. I've talked about location thoroughly. I've even added another subject, maybe production or genre, and I've explored that a little bit. So my Dabbleboard concept map looks great. The next thing I'm going to do is go over here to invite others. If I left click on invite others, it opens up a link. It says share this link to invite others to this drawing. Okay? All you need to do is email me the link. Okay? You are going to put my email address, my Ivy Tech email address. And then you're simply going to select email. Once you do that, you have officially emailed me your assignment. Now you can come down here and hit close, and that will close that out. Make sure that you write down your guest number. So you are guest 264220. And you will definitely want to include that in your email if you do it as a guest. Now, if you choose to put your name over here, because you do have the option to change it. So if you put your name over here, then you're going to see that my name is now Kathy Pine instead of guest 264220. And if I do invite others again, you'll see that it's still going to give me the guest number. So you do want to make sure that when you email me this, you then send me an email that says, I submitted my Dabbleboard assignment and I am guest number 264220. That allows me to confirm the name of the student with the drawing that they edited. Okay? And once you've emailed it and then sent me an email with your guest number, you're all finished with the assignment. You have a concept map to start outlining from.